Larry King Now, online payments mogul Andy Khawaja.
What I discovered, it doesn't matter, family, no family, friends, no friends. A man without a job is a man without a soul. And it don't matter what age you are, how clever you are, how smart you are, how non-intelligent you are. It doesn't matter. It's about what you're doing for yourself. And when you do something good for yourself, you start thinking, what can I do for others?
Plus, what's the best advice you give to young entrepreneurs?
Believe in yourself, stay strong, have faith in yourself, don't let anybody put you down, and try your best not to give up, because sometimes when things get hard, you're very, very near to the winning point.
All next on Larry King Now. Today, I welcome back my good friend, great to have him with us, Andy Khawaja. He's here to discuss his company, Allied Wallet, and what they've accomplished these past 2 years. Allied Wallet is the preferred online merchant services and global payment gateway solution for businesses that need to accept online payments. He's known as a proven job creator that gives young entrepreneurs an opportunity and a chance to start their own businesses. He's built an infrastructure that promotes and supports growth and success. He's the winner of a charity auction benefiting the Brent Shapiro Foundation. And his prize was to be interviewed on Larry King Now. We've done it once, we'll do it again. It's a pleasure to have you here, Andy.
Thank you, Larry. Pleasure to be here myself.
Thank you so much. That's a great charity.
Thank you.
Joe, you want to be an entrepreneur when you were a kid?
I always wanted to be, yes.
You know why?
Growing up in Beirut, Lebanon, kind of gave me the blessing from my ancestors, the Phoenicians. They are the inventor of trade. And when people ask me, did you ever want to do online trade? Want to be involved in online business to help people and young entrepreneurs to trade online? And how did you do that? I simply think about it, and sometimes I smile, and I say, my ancestors, the Phoenician, invented trade. I just simply took it online.
I don't think I've ever known a Phoenician.
There you go.
You are a Phoenician. They're in the Bible.
There you go, yes.
Wow. What is the name Khawaja, though? That sounds Japanese.
Khawaja, actually, in the Arabic word, it stands for a gentleman. So my last name is Gentleman, Andy Gentleman.
What motivated you to get where you are today? Does money drive you?
No, just persistent. The thing is, when I start something and I see there's a lot of challenges to accomplish the goal, persistence just keeps me going. I don't give up. I fight harder. The more they throw at me, the more harder I fight, and the more smarter I fight, and the more I go around it and I see what is the problem to solve it and make it better and make it grow to the point that my competitors would like to be part of it.
Do you get a kick of seeing others do well?
I do. I love it.
Yeah, that's nice.
I love it.
When did you get to America?
25 years ago.
How old were you?
My God, I don't know, 17 probably.
What brought you here?
The American dream, to work hard and live free, and be part of a beautiful country and a beautiful system. And
couldn't work in Lebanon?
Absolutely not.
Why?
The Civil War, Larry. We had Civil War. It was catastrophic back then.
Was there a moment in your life that you say that's when it happened?
Kind of, yes, but I never wanted to slow down by say I've done it. I don't take anything for granted. I did have moments in my life and say, yes, it did happen. Yes, I accomplished my dream. Yes, but at the same time, I tried to convince myself it's not there yet. There's still more to accomplish.
What challenges did you face? Why did you call it Allied Wallet?
You see, the challenges I have is
it's not like selling wallets.
Correct,
no.
Absolutely not. Allied, it's when you have everybody allied together.
I get
wallet,
that.
Wallet, it's because we're in the payment business. So wallet is whatever you put in your wallet. All sort of credit card, Visa, MasterCard, American Express, JCB, and all sort of credit card, payments, currencies, and on and on and on. They're all going to fit in one wallet. They're not going to fight because they get along because they're in the same wallet.
It's a good idea. Were there people in that business when you went into it?
Only PayPal back then. Only PayPal. But PayPal started the business more to consumers, and I invented Allied Wallet to be B2B, business to business, not consumer.
Did you respect that company?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I did learn a lot from them. I learned a lot from Elon Musk, the way he invented the consumer to consumer payment. And I looked at that and I said, well, B2B don't have it yet, so I want to build something so I can accommodate B2B and build something around it in terms of fraud prevention and help consumers spend money online and not to be worried about the data is being compromised. So I build a unique gateway in place to eliminate any hackers from getting into the data.
Was it a hit right from the go?
Yes, it was actually, yeah.
Wow.
I mean, we're the only one in the market, pretty much. We created things that nobody even knew about.
In the next segment, I'll ask exactly what you do. But so money doesn't drive you.
No.
And you could retire, couldn't you?
I can retire a year ago, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You have your own planes.
Everything.
You have your own life.
I have my houses, cars, planes, everything I dream of, yeah. I don't have to work a day in my life. In fact, yeah, my board members, they were like, you should be more on a golf course. I said, what am I going to do? If you want to get rid of me, give me a week vacation, I'd die. My heart will stop. I can't take holidays. I just love to work.
You have family?
I have family, but I love to work. This is, the thing is, Larry, what I discovered in life is that, and I learned a lot. I do travel a lot, and I learned from the Japanese culture too, which is very dedicated people, and they work really, really hard. And I spent 12 years back and forwards to Tokyo. And what I discovered, it doesn't matter, family, no family, friends, no friends. A man without a job is a man without a soul. And it don't matter what age you are, how clever you are, how smart you are, how non-intelligent you are. It doesn't matter. It's about what you're doing for yourself. And when you do something good for yourself, you start thinking, what can I do for others? And that's how you start creating things to build a better infrastructure for other people as well, not just only for yourself.
When we get back, Andy is going to give me an update on his e-commerce company, Allied Wallet. Stick around. We're back with Andy Khawaja. His company is Allied Wallet. It's a great success story. Before we get into it, give me a refresher course. What e-commerce actually is? What is it?
E-commerce is everything that you trade online, which is called non-present. When you initiate a transaction electronically on a website, that's called e-commerce. Anything is online on the World Wide Web.
So e-commerce is I go to the grocery store and I put my American Express card in to pay for the groceries.
That's not an e-commerce. That's point of sale. That's face-to-face transaction.
Okay, what's e-commerce?
E-commerce is when you go on a website, let's say for now you want to go on Amazon.com,
right, and
you want to buy something from Amazon, and you pull your credit card out of your wallet and you enter your credit card number. That's e-commerce transaction. It means that you hand in the card to electronic payment, means to a website, not to the person in hand, so he can swipe it for you.
And what do you do? What does Allied Wallet do?
E-commerce. We are the masters in card non-present. It means we don't swipe cards. We manually, accommodate websites to accept credit cards online.
And now, help me with this. The money goes from where? How do you make money?
So we are the processor. So let's say the customer pays with the card. We take that card number and we pass it through Visa, MasterCard, the channel to hit the channel will hit the bank and see if there's money on the card. There's no money on the card. There's money on the card, the transaction will be approved. And there's no money in the card will be declined. And we are the message passer to the website and to the card scheme.
What do you mean money on the card? You mean
if you have balance in your account? Let's say you have a Visa or MasterCard.
On a limit?
On a limit, correct. Yeah. So let's say if your limit hasn't been exceeded yet, and you have balance available, so you're able to transact online.
So you don't deal with debit cards?
Oh, absolutely. Debit cards, prepaid cards, anything with the logo of Visa, MasterCard, American Express, JCB, diners.
Got it.
Yeah.
Now you get your money from whom?
We make certain percentage fees from the merchant because we sell our services to the merchant. And
merchant being?
Means the business itself. We don't charge the consumer. We just charge the merchant, the business
The
itself.
merchant would be,
It could be, let's say, Sony.com, could be Porsche, could be, let's say, Bandai, could be Sega, could be any online retailer.
any of the retailers?
Yeah.
Amazon?
Amazon even, yeah, any retailer online, yeah, we could work with. We would be the front, pretty much.
How many people work for you?
Right now, we just exceeded 1,700 worldwide employees.
Based in LA?
In LA, we have about 150.
Is that your base, though?
And used to be the base, I'd say up to about 2 years ago, but now we have much more staff in Hong Kong and in Japan, which is, we grow massively in Asia. Yeah.
Can you tell me how you came up with the idea?
I mean, when I was building my business, I encountered a lot of challenges, and part of the challenges I encountered, which has taught me a lot, and I do like to teach other students at the university that give speeches and try to educate them what they're going to be encounter down the road. My challenge, I will speak for myself. When I first started Allied Wallet, I went and I pitched banks to accept my business. Here I am. I want to process transaction for third-party companies that you don't know, you haven't seen, and I want to do the payments to them. And you guys pay me, and I'm going to pay them. And the banks looked at me and laughed. First said, what sort of assets do you have? There's liabilities here. How much guarantee can you put in? I don't have that much money, just like freshly graduating, a student from university. He got his PhD or master degree and he wants to start his business. He's a startup. He goes to the bank, I want to start this business. They'll look at him and said, oh, well, there's liability. How much money can you put, to cover this liability? It could be $2 million, $3 million. Well, I only have $60,000 left, what I saved. Ha ha ha, they laugh at you, said, have a nice life. So I encountered that. And it took me 2 to 3 years to finally find a bank abroad, overseas, that's willing to work with me. It was in Germany, by the way, my first bank. And they gave me the chance based on my personality, based on the product I have, and based on the way I represented my product. And they finally looked at me and said, you know what, Mr. Khawaja, we're going to go ahead and give you the chance. We believe in you. We believe in your product. We're going to give you a chance to start processing credit card and do what you wanted to do. And if it wasn't for that chance, I would not be here today.
You're still associated with that bank?
Absolutely, yeah. I am with the whole compliance team, with the some of the employees that even left the bank. I'm still friends with them. Yeah.
Can you be hacked?
No, impossible.
Impossible.
Impossible. Our servers are hidden and in a very powerful compliance. I mean, the PCI level 1 compliance environment.
Where is this company going in 5 years?
How
big can you get?
I mean, we just signed up with JCB. We got an amazing deal with JCB, which is the largest processor in Japan. It's card issuing just like Visa in the U.S. And JCB usually advise even the Japanese government and financial issues and etc. So they chose me as a partner with them about a month ago. They made a big press release about it, and that's gonna expand me much bigger in the Asian market as well. And we just got the exclusive deal with China UnionPay, which is the largest card issuer in the world.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. The 2.5 billion issued card by CUP, China UnionPay. It's, if you put Visa, MasterCard, and American Express combined, they tripled them. And that's what CUP is today. It's owned by the Chinese government. So we had an exclusive deal with them to start issuing cards. And that is going to put us bigger on the map even in Asia.
So you have to deal with government then?
A lot, yes.
Last time we spoke, you mentioned your idea for a digital mall. You said it's going to be better than Amazon or eBay and will be the largest shopping mall in the world with 1 billion users a day. It'll probably be ready in 2016.
That's right.
Where is it?
We actually teamed up with a Chinese company, and we decided to hold off a little bit on it because they want to do some changes to the infrastructure, which is, I agree with it too. There's things change in payments in Asia. A lot of people in Asia are not using the card payment no more, plastics. It's more digital payments like fingerprint, tokenization hooked to a keychain. that you execute payments, which is the West haven't seen yet. So we're trying to work around it. Once we launch, we want to make sure it launched perfect and there's no competitor in the market can keep up with us.
Are we someday going to have something put in our skin and we just have to go by and we don't have to have cards? And
I think, Larry, I don't know if I can predict the future, but I can see the way we're going today. I might be maybe right in the next maybe 10 years, I would say. We might have a chip implant by an injection, and that would be pretty much everything about you. Your passport, your ID, you just gotta get scanned on your shoulder and you're good to go.
after the break, we'll discuss what it takes to be a great leader and run a successful company. Stick around. We're back with Andy Khawaja. What a story. Allied Wallet. All right, let's discuss your management style. Do you put a lot of faith in your employees? Are you hands-on?
I'm hands-on. I actually just given a speech at the office before I came here, motivation speech, which is I do quite often. I like to be involved. I like to support my team. I like to be part of everything they do in terms of success and failure as well. I like to fix the failure. So I'm pretty much upfront with them. If there's anything you want to talk about, if there's any issues, consult with me. Let's talk about it. I can share my experience with you so you don't fail. I give you a small scenario what happened about 8 months ago. I'm not going to say names, but I had an individual from one department came in, from an IT department. They said, that IT guy is no good. He's keeping messing up the server, and I'm really getting tired of it. I think we have to replace him. I sat down with both of them, and I gave the department leader, I said, you have 30 days to get him up to speed because you're the teacher and he's your student and he works for you, he reports to you. If he fails, it means you failed yourself. So I want you to teach him, I want him to stand next to him and tell him how we do our server internally and how we manage to keep that server up and running without any issues. And, bottom line, less than 3 weeks, he came back and he said, he built it all by himself, he's excellent, we don't have to replace him no more, he's great. I said, good, you've done your job now. So I don't like failure. I don't like people just pointing fingers and said, he can't do the job, let's get rid of him. I like people can say, you know what, he can't do the job, it's gonna be a challenge to teach him. I wanna take the time to teach him and get him up to speed.
Your employees have to be pretty smart then, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, this is
thinking outside the box is the most important thing for me.
What's the difference between a good manager and a great manager?
Well, a good manager is just you go into work on time and go back home on time and do your job. A great manager is somebody who can come in and think outside the box and be creative and do things that it's not manually supposed to be done. It's more, be more creative to add value.
Why do a lot of companies fail?
I tell you why, and this is very, very important. In fact, I had the boys from Merrill Lynch in my office today from New York, and we were talking about it. And put it this way, Larry, I'm the only company who started with zero investor, and that shocks New York Wall Street. Nobody understands. From Goldman Sachs to Merrill Lynch, JP Morgan, they don't get it. How did you start a company from nothing, became a multi-billion-dollar company, and you never accepted a dollar from any investor? And I had investors knocking my door by the hundreds, with hundreds of millions of dollars checks written. Thank you, I don't need it. And they're all surprised. How did you do it? I said, that's why I'm in business. That's why I'm very successful. That's why my company is one of the only fintech company today in the world generating revenue and massive profit. And nobody has that today. The reasons. You write checks, investors, you go very hungry how to bring money back to make the investors happy. And sometimes you take risk. And sometimes company collapse. It goes belly up. A year, 2 years later, it's gone.
Yeah, good point. What's the best advice you give to young entrepreneurs?
Believe in yourself, stay strong, have faith in yourself, don't let anybody put you down, and try your best not to give up, because sometimes when things get hard, you're very, very near to the winning point.
What do you make of the businessman running our country?
Mr. Trump. I've met him many times, and
I know him 35 years.
That's right. Actually, it's funny because he used to be a client of mine back in the clothing days.
Yeah?
Yes. He need to listen more. He need to listen more. The president has to listen to the people more. He needs to unite the country and not break the country apart.
The government's not a business.
Absolutely not. Absolutely
not a profit on Friday.
Absolutely. And he definitely need to have some serious old school politician on his team making decisions, and he can just supervise it from closed doors.
So why does he let his personality get in the way?
Because he's very business driven, and he's very in control, and he's very much hands on. And in politics, it doesn't work like that. It's a failure. It won't work.
It's compromises.
Absolutely, absolutely.
When we get back, I'll put Andy in the hot seat with a little game of If You Only Knew on this edition of Larry King Now. Stay with us. We're going to play a little game, Andy, of if you only knew. I just throw questions at you.
Okay, hit me hard.
What's the best country to do business in?
Japan.
Why?
Because they're very productive and they're very loyal, and they like to get work done, and they promise and they deliver before time. I've never seen that anywhere else.
In other words, if they tell you April 12th,
they will deliver.
April 12th.
They will probably deliver it at, say, April 1st or April 2nd, and they apologize. They give an apology on top.
What's your proudest moment?
The moment that I show up on time. I love to be on time.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
I love it.
Quality you look for in every employee?
To be honest, and to deliver product on time, debugged product, and to motivate other employees in the company, and to respect others.
Best advice you ever got?
Best advice I've ever got is to do more than what others make me happy doing for me.
What's the worst advice?
The worst advice is that call sick today, don't go to work.
That you don't believe
No,
in?
I don't believe it.
Me too. What's a lesson that has stuck with you through all the years?
Wow. Trust is very important. Trust is very, very important. You really have to have a gathering of friends around you that you can really, really trust.
Loyalty?
Loyalty is too important because, you know, even brother, sister, family, friends, neighbors, it don't matter who they are. The trust is the most important thing in life, and loyalty is very important. And Larry, believe me, once you become successful and you start making money and your name is out there, you have to pick and choose certain friends that you can really, really trust, because you'd be surprised what the questions will be on a daily basis.
Did you have a mentor?
I do. I have probably about 8 people that I mentor right now.
Did anyone mentor you?
Nobody.
Did you have a hero? Someone you said patted yourself after?
You know, I look up, I have few heroes, but I look up at Bill Gates. I really like what he did, and I look up at Steve Jobs as well. I respect the hard work he put in, yes.
I interviewed him when he started Apple.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
What a legend.
What's the longest stretch of time you've been awake?
Whew, I think we talked about that last time. I don't know, I'd say 22 hours.
Wow.
I've done once a week worth of work, 7 days, Monday to Sunday, and I was doing give and take about 3.5 hours sleep a day.
When you have your own plane,
Yeah.
that makes life much easier,
True.
doesn't it?
It's time convenient, yeah.
But it also means you fly a lot, right?
Absolutely.
Because you have no inconvenience.
Absolutely.
You ever worry about being in the air too much?
I hear about it that the pressure is not too good for you. I mean, what other way to do it? I'm a kind of person that I want to sit down, and I'm still old school the way I do business. I like to shake hands. I like to break bread with people I do business with on a high level. And I do like to travel, and I like to meet them, and I like to see them face to face. It's respect.
So there's no one you strive to emulate?
No.
You're yourself?
Correct.
You ever have an embarrassing moment?
I mean, I had one embarrassing moment once. I showed up 15 minutes late. I felt really horrible. They were calling me, asking me why I'm late. I felt, that killed me because I didn't know where the address was.
I can't stand lateness.
Yeah.
Maybe it's due to the business I'm in.
That's right.
You know, I'm in a business where the show starts at 9.
Yeah.
Not about 9, right? I think, what is something we should all be paying more attention to?
Loyalty, respect, what can we do for others? And from my point of view, Larry, it's sad to say the world has done very good to a lot of people, a lot of us who made a good fortune out of it. But at the same time, the world has been horrible to many of the children around the world, and many youth and young people, they constantly are being abused, hunger, addicted to drugs and alcohol with no advisors. Parents lately been very, very busy into their own social media. I mean, I've sat in restaurants, I've sat in gatherings where when I see father and mother and the children under the age of 15 years old, each individual is on his phone, they're not communicating. The communication skill, it's gone to the ground. And it's very, very sad. And that breaks my heart. That's something personally I'm very much involved in, to do sort of charities and give money to charities to help educate the youth, because they are the future, Larry. Without them, this world will end.
Great talking to you, man.
Thank you, my friend.
Always thanks to my guest, Andy Khawaja, the Brent Shapiro Foundation charity winner, whose prize was to sit down to this interview on Larry King Now. Be sure to catch up with me on Twitter at King's Things, and I'll see you next time.